Today I'll be showing you 13 beginner goals to aim for right after completing Tutorial Island to breeze through the early game of Old School RuneScape. And I'll also give a little bonus tip at the end of the video. These goals are designed to give your account a strong, well-rounded foundation and prepare you for the mid-game. I've tried to order these goals in a logical way, but you can still pretty much do this in any order you want to. Let's get started. The first goal is pretty straightforward: unlock all the available skills. To do this, you'll need to complete two quick quests: Druidic Ritual, which gives you access to herb lore used for making potions, and Rune Mysteries, which unlocks runecrafting, the skill that lets you create your own runes for casting magic spells. Now, between the two of us, if you don't unlock runecrafting, you're not missing out on much. These quests are short and easy, and once completed, your full skill tab becomes usable, a major first step that you'll want to knock out right away. Moving on, two of the biggest areas in the game are locked behind very simple quests. Children of the Sun unlocks access to Varlamore, and Priest in Peril unlocks Mauritania. Both of these regions are absolutely packed with valuable mid and late game content. Unlocking them early opens up tons of possibilities for progression, so don't put it off. As a side note, Varlamore is the newest addition to the game and offers some of the best content there is. Now, for questing in general, if you're not already using RuneLite with the Quest Helper plugin, seriously stop what you're doing and install it now. This plugin highlights where to go, what to click, and what items you need for nearly every quest in the game. It saves so much time and makes questing almost effortless. The only reason not to use it is if you really enjoy the challenge of figuring out quests on your own. Otherwise, just trust me, it's a must-have. Alright, let's move on. The third goal on the list is to unlock birdhouse runs, and to do that you'll need to complete the Bon Voyage quests. Birdhouses are an incredible source of passive hunter experience and also bring in a nice side income from the seeds and nests. You can sell all of them on the Grand Exchange. They're located on Fossil Island and only take a few minutes to check every hour or so. This method lets you skip the worst hunter levels and is one of the smartest early activities to get into. Also, try to unlock the Dig Site pendant. It'll let you teleport directly to Fossil Island, speeding up your runs dramatically. The next goal is probably one of the most crucial milestones for any account in the game: getting level 43 Prayer. This unlocks all of the protection prayers, which fully block incoming damage from their respective combat style: melee, ranged or magic. Having these unlocked makes a huge difference in combat heavy quests and early PvM. It's also one of the first big investments you'll have to make in your account, because getting there usually involves buying bones and then offering them at an altar, which can cost a bit of money. This is a great moment to experiment with early moneymakers to fund your prayer levels. I've got a beginner moneymaking video linked in the description if you need help with that. Goal 5 is also a very big one: completing Monkey Madness 1. This quest can feel like a bit of a challenge at first, but with protection prayers it's very doable and the rewards are massive. You'll get a very big chunk of combat XP, but more importantly, you'll unlock the ability to wield the coolest weapon in the game, the Dragon Scimitar. Of course, you will still need level 60 attack to do so. The Dragon Scimitar will most likely be your go-to weapon for a large portion of the mid-game, and as a bonus, the prerequisite quests unlock the Gnome Gliders and Spirit Trees, which can give you some decent transportation options for getting around the map. Speaking of transportation, another major milestone is getting to level 45 Magic. This unlocks the most useful early game teleports: Varrock, Lumbridge, Falador and Camelot. These will save you tons of times while questing and training. If you're up for it, pushing to level 55 Magic unlocks High Alchemy, which becomes super useful once you start training Slayer and doing PvM. High Alchemy will convert your items into GP without needing to sell them on the Grand Exchange. Once you've got those basic teleports unlocked, it's time to unlock the big boys, Fairy Rings. You get access to them by starting the Fairy Tale Part 2 and progressing just far enough to be able to use the rings. It's a bit of a grind to get the requirements, but considering there are over 50 fairy ring locations across the map, it's totally worth it. Alright, enough questing for now, let's get into some achievement diaries. In general, most of the easy diaries are great early game goals, but one stands out: the Ardougne Easy Diary. Completing it gives the Ardougne Cloak 1, which grants unlimited teleports to the Ardougne Monastery. This is located very close to a fairy ring, a prayer altar and even a spirit tree. It's one of the most useful diary rewards early on. That said, aiming to complete all the easy diaries is a great longer term goal as well. So far we've been talking a lot about teleporting, but sometimes you've just gotta run, and that's where the graceful outfit comes in. Each piece will reduce your weight and make your run energy restore faster, with the full set giving up to 30% faster regeneration. To get it, train agility on rooftop courses and collect marks of grace, which you can trade to grace in the rogues den. You'll need a total of 260 marks for the full set, so it's a pretty long grind. I recommend doing it in shorter bursts between other activities to make it a little more bearable. Goal number 10 is really overlooked in my opinion. I'm talking about the Tears of Guttix. First, you'll need to complete the quests, and then you'll unlock the minigame of the same name. You can play it once a week to gain XP in your lowest level skill, which, let's be honest, is probably going to be runecrafting. The XP you get scales with your total amount of quest points, so this is also a good incentive to keep knocking out quests regularly. If you consistently do the Tears of Guttix over a longer period of time, you can gain hundreds of thousands of XP and save so many hours. I recommend leaving one of the slower skills such as runecrafting, agility or mining as your lowest so that you really benefit the most from this. Alright, one more quest and then I'm done recommending quests, but this is a must-do quest if you plan on training ranged. Animal Magnetism unlocks the Ava's devices, which are essential for ranged combat. They save your ammo and boost your accuracy. If you plan on using any bow or crossbow at all, just knock this one out as early as possible. Goal number 12 might sound a bit random, but I want you to set yourself a money goal. Aim for 1 million or even 10 million GP. Doing this teaches you the fundamentals of money making and gives you a feel for which methods you enjoy. Skilling, fighting monsters or just doing random stuff. There are so many ways to earn gold and trying out a few will set you up for future success. Finally, the last goal to aim for is getting all of your skills to somewhere between levels 30 and 40. This will unlock a ton of quest requirements and diary tasks along with a decent amount of training methods. But more importantly, it introduces you to each skill and how it supports your overall account. There are a lot of skills, so it can be a bit overwhelming at first. If you train them all up for a bit, you'll really understand what their purpose is in the game, and the game will just generally feel less overwhelming to you. You'll have a much easier time playing. Lastly, as a kind of bonus goal, I just want you guys to have fun. There is no correct way to playing Old School RuneScape. It's one of the most flexible MMOs out there and the devs are constantly adding great new content. So play at your own pace, set goals that interest you and enjoy the journey. You'll get there eventually. And there you have it, 13 early game goals that'll set your account up for the long-term success in Old School RuneScape. You don't need to follow these in any strict order, but try to knock out most of them early on in your account. If this guide helped you out, be sure to like the video, subscribe for more Old School RuneScape content and drop a comment below for which early game goal helped you the most when starting out. Thanks for watching and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!